Hello, good morning. So, in today's class, we're gonna continue with our IDT basics. I mean, the first chapter. So, let us see what we discussed till now. Okay, in the first class, I discussed about the taxation paper and how the weightage for indirect taxes is there, how the questions are going to be there, and what are the chapters are there. That we discussed in the first class. Then, if you see it, look at the second class. In second class, we discussed about the basic functioning of indirect taxes, how indirect taxes are going to be there, like what is the mechanism of indirect taxes. You could see here in a indirect taxes transaction, if there is a seller name A and there is a buyer name B, what is happening here, sir? This seller selling goods worth 1 lakh rupees on this indirect tax is levied at 12%, 12,000. So the total amount is 1 lakh 12,000. So now what the point is here, whether the customer has to pay only 1 lakh or the customer has to pay 1 lakh 12,000. The customer has to pay total 1 lakh 12,000. On the 12,000 tax is also going from the pocket of customer. But whereas the liability, I mean the obligation to pay it is in the hands of seller. Okay, are you able to understand my point? 2, 3 examples to get you understand about that. Next, I even said about who has given the right to collect taxes. The right to collect the taxes is given by Constitution. Okay, so in this, the obligation to pay tax is on the seller. Obligation is nothing but what? Liability. Obligation is nothing but what? Liability. Liability is nothing but the responsibility. Okay, next burden is on buyer. So the right to collect taxes is with the government, which is given by Constitution. Next, if you look at these graphs, what I explained in these graphs means you could see here in direct taxes when your income increases this way. Okay, on the when the income increases, your tax rate is also increasing. The graph also you could see it's going upwards. That means inclining, progressive. Okay, so when income increases, tax rate also increases. That is called as progressive. But when it comes to indirect taxes, irrespective of poor, middle class, rich, or whatever the category it is chargeable to tax at the same rate, which is 12%. So that tells like regressive in nature. So indirect taxes are what? Regressive in nature. Next, we discussed about union territories in India. Okay, so you might have a question like why union territories are required here, sir. Whatever the point I discuss will have a connection with the GST. So please blindly follow me for the time being. Union territories. Currently, how many union territories are there in India? There are 8 union territories. What are those? Puducherry, Andaman Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, New Delhi, Chandigarh, Datra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Jammu and Kashmir. Next one, Ladakh. Okay. So next, let me tell you about the other points. I'm talking now about the federal structure. I'm talking about what? Federal structure. So the name, the names I use are not bit familiar to you, but the time passes, you're gonna understand them very much. So don't worry, no problem with them. So what is called federal structure? Sir, the government system. Okay, government has 3 types of government: central government, state government, and the next one is local authorities. Central government, state governments, state or union territory, and there is the other one called as local authority. Now the point is central government, state government and union territory. Next one, local authority. Okay, so now central government works has the right to collect taxes. It has the right to collect taxes. State government and union territory also has the right to collect taxes. And local authorities also has to collect taxes. Right to collect taxes. Sir, a single tax, we the public are common, but on the same public, if central government levy tax, state government levy tax, local authority will also levy tax, means it would be too heavy for us, no? How we could bear that? So the point is, in India, there are not only one or two taxes, there are so many taxes here. Quite a few taxes are levied by central government. Quite a few taxes are levied by state government and union territory. Whereas the other taxes are levied by local authority. I am writing even the examples here. Central government will levy, for example, income tax, customs duty, income tax, customs duty. These are levied by central government. Okay, there are other taxes also, for example. Next, state government will be levying taxes on alcohol, which is nothing but excise duty. The name of the tax which we levy on alcohol manufacturing is called as excise duty. Excise duty on alcohol. Next, sales tax. Okay, these are the some taxes levied by state government and union territory. Local authorities will be levying property taxes. I mean, on the building you own, on the land you own, the state local authorities will be levying the property taxes. So, central government will be levying certain taxes, state government will be levying certain taxes, local authority will also levying certain taxes. So the point you should understand here is central government can generate revenue on its own, revenue independently. It's not dependent on any other one. Okay, independent. Next, the same way state government revenue is also independent. It's not dependent on someone else. The same way, local authority revenue is also independent. So it's not dependent on someone else. So communicate here is it's not like central government sitting on the top, state government beneath them, local authorities beneath them. So there is no hierarchy like first the central government, then state government, then local authority. It's not like that. The point you should understand is like these three are different. These have three different kinds of unique functions. These three have different roles. These three have different kind of responsibilities in addressing people and making their work. Okay, so the federal structure concept itself is these three layers of government are not dependent on each other. These three are independent. These three are independent and they can generate their revenues on their own. Generate their revenues on their own. Okay, so this is the federal structure. Hope you are understanding my points. Hope you are understanding my points. This is called federal structure. Okay, I am once again writing the points which I discussed till now. Okay, I just said the basic mechanism of indirect taxes. The basic mechanism. What is the basic mechanism? Once again I am repeating. There is a seller, there is a buyer. Okay, the seller sold goods. Okay, let's say some mobile phone he sold. One mobile phone he sold to the buyer for rupees 10,000. On this there is indirect taxes at a rate of 12%. That means 1,200. Yes or no? Now the total is coming to how much? 11,200. Now what the buyer has to do? This buyer has to pay the 11,200 rupees to seller. Okay, now the seller will be paying 1,200 rupees to government. Now the seller is paying 1,200 rupees as tax to government. So what here we are understanding? The buyer has the burden, but if at all tax is not paid, the government will not come and ask buyer. Whom the government will ask? The government will ask only the supplier, the seller. It's the seller responsibility to pay tax, but will he pay it from his pocket? No. But then From where he will be paying? He will be paying it from collecting from the supplier. He will be paying by collecting it from the customer. So the obligation to pay tax, seller has the liability to pay tax. Okay, sir, these points I am repeating so many times. These should get registered into your mind. So that's why I am repeating it so many times. Basic mechanism of indirect taxes. The customer will be paying the money for the good or service he took, and on that if any tax is applicable, that also he has to pay. The total amount he has to pay to the seller. The seller will take the money which is for his service or good, the tax money he will be paying it to the government. Okay, I am taking one more example as well. Sir, let's say there is a car showroom, there is a car showroom, and there is a customer. Okay, there is a car showroom and there is a customer. So this car showroom is selling a car. Let's say the car price is 25 lakhs. Okay, this is the car, and the value of this car is how much? 25 lakhs. On this, indirect has to be levied at a rate of 12%. On 25 lakhs, if you levy 12%, means how much it would be? How much? 3 lakh rupees. Okay, so overall it would be how much? 28 lakhs. Now what the customer has to do? Customer has to pay the total 28 lakh rupees to the car showroom, including indirect taxes. But can the car showroom person can retain the total 28 lakhs? No, his amount is only 25 lakhs now. So he has to pay 3 lakhs which is collected as tax to whom? Government. To whom? Government. So in this example, what you are able to understand here, the customer obligation, the customer is bearing the tax burden, but the obligation, the responsibility paid to pay tax is with the supplier. This one I made you clear. The second one I said is about progressive and regressive. Direct taxes are progressive, whereas indirect taxes are regressive. What does it mean by progressive and regressive? Progressive means when income increases, even our tax rate will also increase. Regressive means irrespective of your income generating capacity, whether you are rich, whether you are poor, you will be charged at the same tax rate. You will be charged at the same tax rate. Are you able to understand? Okay. You understood the federal structure also, huh? The central, state government, union territories, government, state and union territories, local authorities. These three are independent. They can function on their own. Next, I am talking about various taxes. Various indirect taxes. Sir, indirect taxes, it's not one tax. There are so many taxes under the indirect taxes system. So let us see what are they. The first one is central sales tax. First one is what? Central sales tax. It is the name of tax. Who is going to levy it? Levied by, I mean, central government, state government, like that. Levied by central government. Okay. Central sales tax. Name one tax is there, which is levied by. Levy means nothing but collected. Will go to that particular government. Understanding? Na? So the charge, the obligation, or the force is from the central government with respect to central sales tax. Reason why the central sales tax is levied? The central sales tax is levied because of interstate supply. Because of what? interstate sale. Interstate sale. So now let us go and discuss what is called interstate sale. Okay, na? Sir, if you are writing the notes, leave this page and then come to the next page and write about interstate sale, because if you don't understand interstate sale means I cannot, it's useless, I'm explaining for. Okay, so that's why keep this page, because there are other taxes which are going to come under this page. Come to the next page and write down here interstate sale. Interstate sale. Sir, interstate sale is as simple as, you know this word, intercaste marriage. Hello, you know this word now, intercaste marriage. When we call it as intercaste marriage, when it is called as intercaste marriage, when a person from one community marries the girl from another community, then we call it as intercaste marriage. So different castes or different communities are involved, then that is called as intercaste marriage. That's the general sense, you all know this one, no? When two different communities related persons are going to marry, then we call it as what? Interstate. Now let us see. The seller is in Tamil Nadu, whereas the buyer is in Karnataka. The seller is in Tamil Nadu, whereas the buyer is in where, sir? Karnataka. Hi Nandini, thank you for watching the classes. Thank you. Okay, so seller is from Tamil Nadu, buyer is from where, sir? Karnataka. Now, this seller sold some goods. Okay, let us name it as one computer he sold. Computer. Okay, and the value of this computer is 1 lakh rupees. On this, there is indirect taxes as well. Okay, that and all the story is common only, no? I already explained in the mechanism. Indirect taxes. Now the question is, what indirect tax will be levied here? Indirect tax will be levied, fine. What indirect tax will be levied here? Sir, here seller is in Tamil Nadu, buyer is in where? Karnataka. Are they in the same state or different state? Different state. So it is called as what? Interstate sale. It is called as what? Interstate sale. Okay. Example 1. Okay. Computer sold for 1 lakh. Seller is in Tamil Nadu, buyer is in Karnataka. Example 2. Seller is in Andaman Nicobar Islands. Andaman Nicobar Islands. Whereas the buyer is in Lakshadweep. Whereas the buyer is in Lakshadweep. The seller is in one state, a union territory. Now here also this sold sale happened of laptop this time. Okay, now also see here, are the seller and buyer are from the same state? No, no, they are in different, not even state, it is union territory, and they are in two different union territories, not even the state, they are in two different union territories. So this is also called as what? Interstate. So I said 2 points now, where the seller and the buyer are in two different states, interstate. Where the seller and buyer are in two different union territories, interstate. Now I am taking example 3 here. Example 3. Seller and there is buyer. The seller is in Telangana, whereas the buyer is from Puducherry. Puducherry means Pondicherry, union territory. Now they are from two different states. No, one is state, one is union territory. Are they are from two different union territories? No, one is state, one is union territory. In this case, what we have to call? In this case also it is called as interstate only. When they are not in the same state, when they are not in the same union territory, that would be the possibilities are like they are in two different states, they are in two different union territories, or one state and one union territory. In all these cases, it is called as what? Interstate only. In all these cases, it is called as what? Interstate. Sale of laptop in this case also. So now let us write what is called interstate, where very important definitions are you cannot forget it at any cost. Even at midnight, if I wake you and ask you, you should say what is called interstate supply, where seller and buyer are in two different states or two different union territories, where buyer and seller are in two different states, two different union territories, or one state and one union territory. UT means union territories. Then it is called as what? Interstate sale. It is called as interstate sale. To call it as interstate sale, the seller and buyer are to be in two different states or union territories. Now let us discuss about intrastate sale. I am using the other word called as intrastate sale. Sir, intra is nothing but opposite to inter. When the seller and buyer are in two different states, then it is called as interstate. But when they are in the same state, then it is called as what? Intrastate. Let's say seller. Okay, let's say D-Mart, which is in Hyderabad, and even the buyer customer is also from Hyderabad. Now in this case, this D-Mart sold, let us take like 10 liters oil, 10 liters cooking oil has been sold. Now tell me, whether the seller and buyer are in two different states or same state? Same state only. Okay, here you could see same state. I am writing even for the intrastate as well. Here different states. You could see here different union territories. You could see here one state and one union territory. Here they are same state. Next, let me take another example. Here it is example 1. Let us take me example 2. The seller is in Delhi. Delhi is a union territory, sir. If you remember, Delhi is a union territory. Next, the buyer is from Uttar Pradesh. The buyer is from where? Uttar Pradesh. Now, see, sorry, don't take it as like that one. Let us take the buyer is also from Delhi, which is also in union territory. Now, the seller is also in union territory, buyer is also in union territory. A mobile has been sold. Mobile phone has been sold. Now, are they in different states or same state? Sir, it is not even state, sir. It is what? Union territory. So, they are in same union territory. They are in same union territory. So, understand, when the seller and buyer are in two different states or two different union territories or one state and one union territory, then it is called as interstate. When they are in the same state or same union territory, then it is called as intrastate. So I am writing here, where the seller and buyer are in same state or same union territory, it is called as intrastate supply, intrastate sale. It is called as intrastate sale. You understand these 2 points clearly now? What is called intrastate supply and what is called interstate supply? These two are very much important, sir. Okay. So now you understand. On interstate sale, central government used to levy a tax called as what? Center sales tax. By interstate means the seller is one state, buyer is in one state. So why central government involved there means, since there are two states involved, there will be conflict between them. Like we will be collecting taxes and we will be collecting taxes. Like that, there will be a conflict and which leads to a fight among them. So to avoid that, who is collecting and levying this tax on interstate sales? Central government, central sales tax. Next, second one, advertisement tax. Advertisement tax. This is levied by state government. So advertisement tax. On the name itself, you could find out. This tax is levied because of making advertisements. If any advertisement is there, like in the TV channel, or if for keeping any hoardings and all, this advertisement tax will be levied by state government. Reason, advertisements only the reason. Next, third one, luxury tax. Luxury tax. Sir, luxury tax is also again levied by state government only. Luxury tax is also levied by state government. When luxury tax will be levied? Luxury tax will be levied on sale of luxury goods. On sale of luxury goods. So what? Which can be called as luxury goods, sir? First point. Which can be called as luxury goods? One second, one. One second. Okay, luxury tax levied by whom, sir? State government on sale of what? Luxury goods. Now the question is, what are called luxury goods? Sir, luxury goods means which are not much needed for our day-to-day life. Not much needed for our day-to-day life. Let's say, for example, the cosmetics, high-end model cars. Okay, these are called as generally luxury goods. On them, the luxury tax will be levied. The fourth one, sir, lottery tax. Fourth one is nothing but lottery tax. This is also levied by state government. Sir, what lottery tax? Sir, if you see in Kerala state, maybe if you are from Kerala, you will understand it easily. Even though you are not from Kerala, also fine, you will understand. In Kerala, the selling of lottery tickets is quite common. At various places, they keep stalls and will be selling lottery tickets. Every day, evening 6 p.m. or sometime, they used to take the draw for it. So, very familiar. They used to buy so many. Okay, they are familiar with lottery tickets. Okay, so now lottery tax will be levied by whom, sir? State government. On what? On sale of lottery tickets. On the lottery ticket price, they used to levy the lottery tax. Okay, fourth one also done. Next, fifth one, octroi tax. What? Octroi tax. For this octroi tax also there is one more name, sir. It can be even called as entry tax. Octroi tax. This can be even called as what? Entry tax. By whom it is levied? It is also levied by state government. Sir, why it is levied? Sir, I am a person from Andhra Pradesh. Now I am taking my goods to Chennai and I am selling there. Okay, I'm actually an Andhra Pradesh guy, but I'm taking my goods where? Chennai, and I'm selling in Tamil Nadu. So then, obviously, the Tamil Nadu sellers will feel like the person from other state coming here and if he's selling means they would feel that insecurity, like they are gonna lose their business, they are gonna lose their margins and their profits and all. So obviously, such reluctance will be there, and they will create some kind of pressure on state governments. Let us focus only or give the initial or priority to the local sellers. Then, sir, India, even though we are divided into states, India is a single country. So we have that right to go and sell in the Tamil Nadu or in Karnataka or in any state, whichever, wherever we have demand. But the locals will ask for the priority at least for them. Okay, we have the right to sell, but the locals should be prioritized. That should be the locals movement. So under state governments, because basically they work on their locals or their basic residents, their state residents also. So that's why they will levy some kind of tax on the persons who are coming from other states and selling goods in that particular state. That means, let us take example of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu will levy octroi tax when a person from Telangana, Andhra Pradesh or Karnataka going to Tamil Nadu and selling their goods in Tamil Nadu, then they will be levying octroi tax. When from seller from other state selling goods. Other state means, okay, from other state is coming here and selling goods, then we'll be levying what? Octroi tax. Next, sixth one, sir. VAT. Sixth one is what? Sixth one is not VAT. Sixth one is what? It is called as what? Value added tax. You will understand it further, sir. Why the naming has been kept as value added taxes and all. In tomorrow class also you are gonna understand it better. This can be even called as simply sales tax. This can be simply even called as what? Sales tax. By whom it is to be levied, sir? It is to be levied again by state government. Okay. So now when this VAT will be levied, sir? If you see here, sir, on interstate sale, central sales tax is levied, na? Now on intrastate sale, state government will levying a tax called as VAT. Will be levying a tax called as what? VAT, value added tax, which can be even called as sales tax. Next, seventh one. Entertainment tax. Entertainment tax. Sir, I am writing 2 points, 7A and 7B, because 7B is also entertainment tax. Sir, entertainment tax is nothing but it is tax levied on movie tickets or on amusement park tickets, like this Wonderla, those amusement parks are there. Further, the entry ticket will be there, na circus tickets, the IPL matches, and those kind of entertainment activities related ticket price will be there. No, on them this entertainment tax will be levied. This is levied by state government in some states. This is levied by local authorities in some states. If you take example of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, there is no entertainment tax at all. But if you take example of in Tamil Nadu there is entertainment tax which is levied by local authorities. So entertainment tax is levied by state government. It is levied by local authorities as well. Okay, the reason is same. On entertainment activities, movie tickets, movies, amusement park, such kind of. Okay, this is called what? Entertainment tax. Next, the next one, sir, eighth one, excise duty. Excise duty. Sir, this is again excise duty which is levied by central. Okay, here this is levied by whom? Central government. The excise duty is levied by central government. The reason for it, the excise duty here it is central government. which is levied by central government. The reason is manufacture of goods. The reason is manufacture of goods. I'll explain it much more, sir. Listen to the first one. Okay, so if a good is manufactured, then it will be excise duty. Manufactured good, will we keep it in our warehouse? No, we are going to sell it now. On sale again, there will be sales tax, nothing but VAT. If it is intrastate, VAT. If it is interstate, I mean different state, then central sales tax. So, Tata Motors manufactures a car and sells it. So, because it manufactured, there will be excise duty. And again, since it is going to sell, there will be sales tax. You got my point now? Next, ninth one. Service tax. Ninth one is nothing but service tax. By whom the service tax will be levied, sir? Service tax will also be levied by central government. What is the reason? The reason for levying service tax is providing services. Providing service. Let's say now BCCA is providing. You listening to BCCA class, na? Now what BCCA is providing you? Is BCCA selling any kind of tangible good to you, which is visible to you? Okay, I am visible only. Which can be touched, which can be felt. That kind of any food is being sold by BCCA to you? No, na. Maybe books if you purchase, then that will be good. But now it comes to the classes, which you have to listen, which you have to experience. You cannot keep it in your pocket and go somewhere. Now, this is something like intangible. So those are services. On those services, there will be service tax. Okay. So these are the taxes which used to be there in the traditional indirect tax system, not the current system. In the traditional indirect tax system. So see what are those once again. All of them are. I'm creating a code for them. So now first C for what? Central sales tax. And next A is for what? Advertisement tax. C for central sales tax, A for advertisement tax. And next there is L for luxury tax and lottery tax. So there are two L's. Luxury tax, lottery tax. And there is now O. O is for octroi tax. The other name for octroi tax is what? Entry tax. Next there is V. V for what? VAT. V for VAT. VAT means what? Value added tax. The other name for value added tax is what? Sales tax. Next one. There is excise duty. Excise duty is levied on what? On manufacture of goods. By whom? Central government. Next, the other is for entertainment tax. So for E also there are 2 points. Entertainment tax and excise duty. You should understand here, sir, the entertainment tax levied by both central governments and state governments. In certain states, it used to be levied by central government. In certain places, it used to be levied by state government. The last one is S. S is for what? Service tax. So the code to remember the traditional indirect taxes which were there is CA love. Sir, there are one or two other taxes also, but which were not required to do at inter-level, or else it is not the right time to explain you them further. Okay, so see what are the taxes here, sir? CA law, that means central sales tax, advertisement tax, lottery tax, octroi tax, VAT, entertainment tax, excise duty, and service tax. These were the various indirect taxes. So now let us understand further. Tata Motors. Tata Motors. Here there is a car showroom. Let us take it as Jasper Industry, Jasper Automobiles. He is a dealer of cars, wholesaler. And there is a customer here. There is a customer here. Sir, now you should understand. Tata Motors directly sell cars to the customers? No. Tata Motors will sell cars to whom? This particular wholesaler. Tata Motors sells cars to this automobile person. And this automobile guy again sell cars to whom? Customer. He will sell car to customer. Okay. Now, Tata Motors will buy those cars from some other person. Sir, will it manufacture? Tata Motors manufactures plus sales. It is doing two things. So on the car sold by Tata Motors to Jasper Industries, there will be two taxes. One is excise duty. One is excise duty, which is levied by whom? Central government. And there will be other tax as well, which is called what? VAT. VAT other name is what? Sales tax, which is levied by state government, assuming it is intra. Assuming it is intra. This is the point now. Now, Jasper Automobiles is selling car to whom again? It is selling car to customer. Does this wholesaler once again manufactures the car now? No, he will not manufacture anything. The car which is manufactured and sold by Tata Motors will be purchased by this Jasper Automobiles. Now this Jasper Automobiles will sell this car. Okay, since Jasper is only selling, it's not manufacturing. So on this there will be only VAT. VAT is nothing but what? Sales tax. So understand the simple concept only. Here Tata Motors, he is the manufacturer. Jasper Industries, it is the wholesaler and the customer. Okay. He can be Jasper, can be called a wholesaler or even retailer. Now, Motor is selling car, it is manufacturing plus selling. It's manufacturing. Okay. So both manufacturers, obviously you have to sell. So on a manufacturer there will be two types of taxes. One is excise duty, other one is VAT. Whereas wholesaler and retailer, they will not manufacture anything. They will just sell those goods. So on that there will be only VAT, which is called as value added tax. Sir, very useful content we discussed in the today's class, sir. Let us sum up what we discussed in today's class once again. I discussed about federal structure in today's class. What federal structure talks about? Federal structure says like there are three layers of government: central, state, and the local authorities. But these three are independent. They can generate their revenues on their own. After federal structure, sir. Okay, once again I revised the basic tax mechanism. Then we discussed about intrastate and interstate. Intrastate and interstate. What is called intrastate and interstate? When seller and buyer are in the same state, intrastate. When seller and buyer are in different states, different union territories, one state and one union territory, it is called as interstate. Next, third one. We discussed about the taxes under indirect tax. So indirect tax is not a single tax, it's a bunch of taxes. So the traditional tax system, the traditional, not the current system, the traditional, okay, the past, okay, those taxes system, how many taxes are there? And we even understand when excise duty and when sales tax. This also we understand with the help of Tata Motors example. Okay, so we discussed so much content, sir. I hope you are writing the notes along with me. It will be very useful if you write notes along with me, and even from now onwards, at least from the next class, from the tomorrow class, keep start writing the notes and use multi-color pens. And if it is required, even use sticky note. Yes, you will be getting these materials hard copy. No problem with it. But still try to write the notebooks and revise it and come to the next class. Thank you all.